From spending $2,000 and getting no views to spending $200 and getting consistent views every single day. Here's how I did it. Hello, my name is George, and in this video, I'm gonna give you my honest take about YouTube automation after trying it for 90 days. So let's get started. This presentation is brought to you by the YouTube Business Academy. So where it all started. It all started on June 6th in 2022. You can see right here that I posted my first video on June 6th, and you can see the niche is how to make money online. That was kind of the first video I posted. And you can see I was posting consistently 3 videos per week. And about on 3rd, 4th week, you can see there was a little uplift here in the views. But that's not the whole story. And I thought, hey, great, I'm seeing results. But the thing is, you need to understand, which I'm gonna get in a second, that each video costs a lot more. And these views I got here, they would never break even for how much I was spending. My initial plan with YouTube automation was, first things first, it doesn't matter how hard you row. What matters is which boat you are in. This is a saying, I think, from Warren Buffett. But what it basically tells you and how this applies to YouTube automation is that there are different niches and different niches have different CPMs. So the effort required to produce a video is the same. However, the amount you get paid is completely different depending on what type of videos you make. All right. So I knew that from experience from my main channel, the one you're watching now. And so I knew that kind of make money online niche is a very high CPM. I have a video on my channel that I think is close to like $80 or $100 RPM, which is how much I get to take home. My plan was I will outsource everything for as cheap as possible. And I knew also that I'm gonna get what I pay for, but I thought that, hey, listen, I'm gonna get away for it, right? And my plan, the views are just gonna grow magically by themselves. Okay, George, let's move on. My $2,000 mistake. I chose the wrong niche. You can see right here, this is an example of those type of videos that I was producing. Earn $512 per hour just from reading books. Make money online, right? Initially, I chose the make money online niche, and I chose it because of high CPM. However, the topics were absolutely garbage. I mean, I would never watch a video like this myself. And I'm not saying that there aren't people who do watch this, but the thing is, this YouTube automation channel, at the end of the day, I own it, right? It's my property. And so I do not want to own something like that. All right, hope that makes sense. And overall, it's just a low value product because, you're not putting effort into it. You're just kind of outsourcing everything for as cheap as possible. Those people put some random words together that don't make any sense. And, the strategies and tactics inside of those videos, they have been talked over and over again for like millions of times, and most of them don't work. So overall, it's just a really low value product if you look at your video as a product, which I recommend you do because that's what it is. It's a business. Your videos are your products, and the higher your value of the product is, the better it performs. So the overall thing was that I was spending a lot of money per each video, about $50 to $60, and there was almost no growth. After spending about $2,000, I had to take a step back to reevaluate so I can then take 2 steps forward. I had to stop and I had to reflect. Is this working? And to be honest, I had to face reality, and it was really hard because I was spending so much money and I was convinced that it should work, but it just wasn't. And it was really hard for me to face that reality. But when you do face the reality, that's when the growth happens. And so I told myself, okay, things are not working out. What should I do next? Well, that's when the progress happens. So something had to be changed. There must be a better way to this. I knew this works for others, but I just didn't know how. And so I started reaching out to different people in this space, in the industry, such as Yuri, Hessel, and Marcel. And I had a personal brand channel. I actually leveraged that to get into contact with them. I started making content about YouTube automation, and I kind of got on their radar, and we just connected, and I became friends with them, right? We started talking more and more. And by entering into their inner circle, let's say that, I was learning from them, right? I was rubbing elbows with them. And that's what really kind of gave me all of the learnings which I applied, which I will show you what resulted to just in a second here. But overall, like, I had to do things wrong initially to figure out what's right. Because if I would have just continued doing what I was doing, I would never get out of my way, and I would never contact these people, and they would never be able to, like, we would never bond, we would never connect, and they would never tell me what is it that they do and how they do it, okay? And so I want you to understand that proximity is power. If you want to learn something, the best way to learn it is by something which is called osmosis. Osmosis is just when you are close to someone who is doing what you want, right? And it's kind of just rubbing off on you. So proximity is power, and I felt it firsthand. Now, after doing this for over 90 days and after spending a lot of money and finally starting to get somewhere with YouTube automation and getting some consistent results, this is the most important question that you should ask yourself. And I really want you to understand this, because if you understand this, you're going to understand a lot of things. YouTube automation, and all of that, okay? So the question is, what is valuable to the viewer in your videos, okay? So the videos you are producing, what is the value in them? Why do people click? Do they expect to be entertained? Do they expect to learn something from the video? Do they expect to solve a problem? Or do they expect to be inspired? It's not limited to just these things. There can be other emotional values that they can gain from that video. But this is the type of question you should ask yourself if you really want to stand out, right? Because if you understand what is the value your video or your product carries, then you can double down and you can think about how you can really make your video, your product, as valuable as possible. Because the more value something carries, the law of nature is that that is going to be pushed to more people, okay? I want you to understand that. Think about this. This is a very important slide. So think about it. Why did you click on this video? Well, you clicked on this video because you wanted to learn something. Specifically, you wanted to learn what results I got after 90 days of doing YouTube automation. And the single factor determining the success of this video is how informational you find or how helpful you find this video. If it would have just been a video of me not providing any value to you and just, maybe telling my stories or just going on a completely different rant, this video would not have been as valuable as it is right now. So before doing this video, I wanted to make it as valuable as possible. And the value here lies in the information that I'm providing you. It's not in the production or the special effects. You don't see any bombs flying around this video or any sound effects. This could help, but it's all secondary. Understanding this, I can focus on what matters. And what matters is the actual information, what you're actually learning from here, right? But this is my type of video. Another video, Mr. Beast video, carries more entertainment, much more entertainment value. So they're focusing on that. So this is the turnaround. This is when I understood this whole concept about value and your product and your video being a product, right? And what is the value of that product? This right here is what happened. I understood it right here. And you can see it went from getting no views to now having consistent 500 views every 48 hours. You might say, okay, George, but what did you change? Well, no more magic. It's not gonna grow magically just if you just put it out there. You need to understand why something gets views. And the reason why it gets views comes down to what is the value that video is carrying. I sound like a broken record, most likely, but that's what it is. It all comes down to this. So just say no to magic numbers, all right? Now this sounds cliche, but it's facts, right? Value is everything. I understood that my product had low educational value. Those videos I was making about how to make money online, right? They were supposed to carry an educational value. They were supposed to teach someone how to make money online, basically, right? Different strategies, tactics, methods, whatever. The actual information itself was really low quality, right? Really low value. So that's why it didn't go anywhere. What I did was I switched from educational value to problem-solving value, aka how-to tutorials. How to fix your iPhone, how to download something from the internet. These types of videos are easier to deliver, they have a low production cost, high volume, and most importantly, the value is straight up. If you solve someone's problem, whatever they're searching for, you are creating value because you just help that person, right? You solve their problem. So it's much easier to deliver on your promise, on your value. If you say how to fix something and then you actually show it, boom, value created. Super cool. Now, the aim is to rank the video for search. So you're basically aiming for search traffic. You have low production cost, high volume. I'm making a lot of these videos. I'm just gonna show you in a second how many. So yeah, the aim is to rank that video for search. I'm not aiming for browse or recommendations, none of that. Just search. That's it. That's all I want. So search works if you know what you're doing. This is one of the videos from my YouTube automation channel. And you can see that I posted it. It got picked up by the algorithm. It got ranked. And there we have it. In the first 30 days, it has around 244 views. It's getting about 50 views every 48 hours now. And you can see the video has already generated over 3.5 euros, which you might say that's not much. But the thing is, think about it. This video is gonna keep living there for hopefully years to come. And every single day, whether I sleep, whether I go on a vacation, no matter what I'm doing, this video is gonna keep making money until it eventually dies off. Right? And then I just make a new video. So I don't know, you tell me, is it cool? I think it's really cool. So let's get to the results. I learned this the hard way, but it was worth it. And you don't need to learn it the hard way. So in the past 7 days, the channel has generated 1.3 thousand views. So you can see it climbed about 6 euros right now in the past 7 days, which is kind of still like it's getting to become more consistent. You can see we're hovering now at about 500 views every 48 hours. Pretty cool. The more I do this, the better it's gonna get. Results 2.0. Now it's just a matter of time. Initially, I spent about 2,000 to understand I'm doing it completely wrong. Now, I'm spending about 200 per week. I'm uploading about 70 videos per week. So my cost is around $3 per video. The views are consistent and growing. The RPM is around 6 euros, $6, whatever. Right now, my goal is just to 10x my views to about 4,800 views for every 48 hours. And that's going to be my break-even point. And once that is achieved, then it really turns into a cash machine. Because once I break even how much I'm spending per week on releasing new videos, right? It just balances it out. Every new video I add just generates more and more and more money. It truly does become a cash machine. So if you want to find out what's going to happen in, maybe a month and 6 months, subscribe right now. And with that in mind, I also would like to invite you to the exclusive YouTube Business Academy. This is an academy that I started with my business partner, Ron. It's free. So just click the first link down in the description and I will see you in Discord. Thank you for watching.